G'day, Michael here. Another little small increment in the process of getting these components ready for the rotunda to go together. Now what I've done is, you've seen in the previous video, I've assembled these frames up with the little balustrade arrangement for this frieze, and now in the process of basically hand finishing these joints. Now you can see I've completed 3 of the 4. I thought I'd just capture this on video so you can, for people to understand what's going on. Anyhow, let's just have a look at what I've done. Okay, so this is what I've started with, and that is I've used a table saw, a panel saw, to make a series of cuts, and then I've basically broken off the short or narrow pieces that are resulted from that, so you end up with these shards of material. And the next stage, I use a wide chisel to take off the worst of that. I'll just do that quickly. Okay, so that took me about, 15-20 seconds to knock it down to that level with the chisel. Now we've got obviously a corner here which has to be fairly cleanly cleaned out, and this flatter area. Now I use this jointer, or a number 7 plane, to generate a flat surface across the 2 parts of this joint. So the result is quite a nice flat surface for that, well, basically they're the cheeks of, it's not really a bridle, it's not really a mortise and tenon joint, it's a house joint of sorts, but it's a bit of a combination. This face here forms part of a mitre, as well as these faces here being kind of a cheek of a shoulder to the other part. That's a bit of a weird one. Anyhow, it's something like a bridle joint, near enough for the point of exercise. Anyhow, this plane is all well and good to flatten that surface, but with this design, the blades don't come to the edge. So to get into the corner, we need a different kind of a tool. Okay, so this tool is called a shoulder plane. Now, change the orientation of our thinking for a second. If you imagine this being the side of a tenon and this being the shoulder plane is good for cutting the shoulder, but also the converse is true. It's quite okay for cleaning up the corner of that the cheek of what would be a tenon. So how does it do that? Well, it's got a cutting edge, focus, cutting edge that reaches to either side of basically the sole of this plane. You can see it's got this beautiful little sort of circular hole, and the way the shaving is clear on this is it kind of comes out in a spiral format either side, depending on which side you're using it on. Okay, so this tool is used in this orientation. Unfortunately, holding this camera at the same time as holding the plane, I can't really demonstrate the action, but this is what I use to clean out the corner, and it gives me a good general straight line. And then I use the number 7 to generate that whole flat surface. So let's just have a look at one of the other ones that I've completed. So you can see the pair of joints, or the pair of shoulders and cheeks, are very nicely lined up. Now let's see, we're pretty straight down that line, and the horizon is pretty beautiful there too. So those 2 joints, I've done my best to make this plane here match to that plane there, as well as that plane to that plane, and this shoulder to this shoulder. Once all these are finished, I'll be on to making the posts. So I'll do another video when I get to those. But anyhow, I hope that's of interest to you. Feel free to like, share, subscribe, ask a question, leave a comment. Bye for now.